What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, always hit that bell notification, put it on all so you get notified the very second we drop new content on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into this one. So obviously over the weekend, everyone will know by now, it's old news now, we had Wilder versus Fury, the third installment, the trilogy fight. Fury comes out with a tremendous win over Deontay Wilder, and there are many who are saying now that on the hardcore sort of Fury fan side, you've got people saying, nah, Deontay Wilder's finished. Some neutral fans, who don't have a dog in the race, have said, well, Deontay Wilder's finished. He's got nothing left. He can't beat anyone now. Everybody would smash him to pieces now. And, there is the opinion out there from many that Deontay Wilder is actually finished. And I'd just like to offer my 2 cents on this. Is Deontay Wilder actually finished? Or can he come back from this? And for me personally, my personal opinion is that Deontay Wilder is not necessarily finished with boxing. I actually believe that there are still fights out there for Deontay Wilder. I think you've got guys out there, you've got contenders out there. You've got a fight out there for him in his fellow PBC stablemate Andy Ruiz. I think Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder would be a Barnes burner, or whatever you call it, would be a tremendous fight. I think that's a realistic fight for Deontay Wilder. You got guys like that. You got guys like Dillian White, depending what happens between him and Wallin and Fury and whatnot, if he gets his mandatory shot. But I think him versus Dillian White would be a tremendous fight if that could be made. But yeah, again, that's a big if. You got guys out there that are like even gatekeepers who would give it a good go. Like some have been talking about Derek Chisora, and Derek Chisora is a warrior. He's a guy that goes for it every time, and I think him versus Wilder would be a tremendous fight. That would be a fantastic fight. And I think there's also, if he doesn't want to go right into the deep end, he could also, as I think Spencer Farron was suggesting on, the Fight Is Right podcast, they was, him and Tunde, they were both saying, sort of Deontay Wilder can have a rest, maybe fight some guys that are at a lower level. He doesn't have to fight a world level. And I think, yeah, for me, there's loads of options out there for Deontay Wilder. There's contenders. You got Hrgovic, who's struggling to get a fight, and I think those sort of things would be difficult. But I think at the very least, he still possesses tremendous power. He showed on the weekend that he's just full of heart. He's full of determination, and the man has just got a cast iron chin. So I think there's still fights out there for Deontay Wilder. I think for me personally, I reckon I'm of the mindset where I think what he could do now is have his rest for a long time, and just take his time, enjoy family, enjoy holiday or whatever, and just take his time and do his thing, just regroup, come to terms with the loss and everything, and then come back when you're ready. And I think for Wilder, no one would begrudge him taking a few lower level fights, as I think Spencer Farron was saying on his podcast. They were saying about, take some lesser guys, take some guys that are not quite world level, some guys that, not exactly journeymen, but gatekeepers, guys that you can beat. Take on a few guys like that, get your feet wet again, get into boxing a little bit, get a few, build your confidence back, get a few wins under the belt, and then go for it. And I think yeah, it's one of those where Wilder himself has said, "Look, I'm not retiring." He's made that very clear himself. I think his manager, Shelley Finkel, has also said, "Yep, Deontay is not retiring. He's not going away. He still wants it." I think same with Malik Scott, his coach, has also. So Wilder, no matter what we think or how many people think he's finished, he in and of himself, he's determined and he wants to come back. He wants to fight again. So for me, yeah, I think definitely there's fights out there for him. You know, there's plenty of guys out there that he could fight. So I think he's certainly not finished. But what he needs to do, take his time. Just, you know, relax, enjoy his family, enjoy his money and whatnot, and just take a break from boxing for a little while is my suggestion, and then just take your time, come back against some, you know, not world level guys, come back at a bit of a lower level, you know, fight some guys who you can beat, and then come back, maybe jump in there with a Ruiz, jump in there with, you know, someone around the, you know, top 10, top 15, and just try and work your way back. Try and get some wins under your belt, and, you know, try and come back and see what you can do. I think as long as you can punch like he can and you're tough like he is, you know, he's lacking big time in the skill department, but I think he can definitely still fight, and, you know, he definitely would still stand a chance. I think personally, you know, depending what happens with Joshua and Usyk, let's say Joshua loses to Usyk or whatever, something like that, you know, Joshua and Wilder, you know, even after both taking a couple of losses, I reckon it would still be a tremendous fight. You know, that would still be a tremendous fight. That would still be, sorry, my light's going here. But yeah, Joshua and Wilder, that would still be a good fight. That would still be a fight with lots of drama, 2 knockout punchers, you know, tremendous. That, I think that's still a fight that could happen, Joshua and Wilder, and it would sell. It would be an exciting fight. So yeah, definitely plenty of fights out there for Deontay Wilder. You got Joe Joyce as well, another one he's hanging around at world level. He's looking for his shot. I don't think he'll get his shot anytime soon for the WBO. He's another one that, you know, he's got guts. He'll fight anybody. Him and Wilder, you know, another juggernaut guy. Another tremendous fight. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Do you think Wilder's finished now? Do you think he should retire, or do you, like me, believe that there's still life in the old dog yet and he can still fight on? Yeah, let me know what you think about this, and until next time, it's MKO Pugilism. We're over and out. Until the next time.